creative Tartanites, thanks for joining me today. Do you get artist block? Do you have days where you just are desperate to create something but aren't sure what? Well, I get those days, so if you stay tuned, you can see what I did to get out of my artist block. Let's get started.
Artist block is the same the world over, yet it's so very different for everybody. In fact, even our own individual experiences can differ from day to day. So with that in mind, in order for me to rectify my creative artistic block, I have to discover first and foremost why it's there. My most recent experience of creative block, which resulted in this painting, was down to getting out of the habit. I have been revamping my art studio, which has resulted in me not being able to get in to paint for a couple of weeks. The same type of artist block can happen when you have been sick, for example, or when you have been away on holiday. In fact, anything that results in your creative habit being broken. So how do we fix our broken habit, I hear you cry? That is a very good question, and one that has been pondered by many people trying to get back into running, eating healthily and going to the gym. The list goes on. Now, I am a runner, and even when I'm not out of the habit, every time I go to run, I always do a warm-up first and foremost. So it makes perfect sense to me that I transfer that particular practice to my painting. Now, I have a couple of paintings that I'm actually in the middle of doing, but it did not make sense to me to jump in and start where I left off. I am emotionally invested in those paintings, and although I can rectify any mistakes I may make, I really wasn't in the right mind frame. Does this sound familiar? Is it resonating with you? If it is, why don't you leave your experience in the comments and share with everybody. Help each other out. What I am about to share may not help everybody, but I hope it'll help someone. So my fix for my broken habit was to paint this loose style seascape. I looked through all my own photographs that I've taken and picked this photograph. As you can see, I've really simplified it down. I have not gone into detail. This painting does not look like this photograph. I have not even stayed true to the colours in the photograph. In fact, to be honest, the original idea was to go more abstract than I have done. I really just wanted to be able to paint and not get frustrated when I wasn't getting things quite right. You know, avoiding that perfectionism idea that we tend to all have. You know, that idea that something has to be perfect in order for it to be good. Well, truth is, it doesn't. Now, don't get me wrong, I do still fall into that trap. I'm just more aware of it and do things to stop me from staying in it. Perhaps that would be a good subject for a video, how to avoid staying in the pit hole of perfectionism. If that's a video that's of interest to you, then why don't you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss it? Don't forget to hit that bell for notifications. So getting back to how to deal with artist block. So let's recap. I got some artist block because I got a little bit stuck not doing any painting because I've not done it for so long. I decided to do a bit of abstract art so that I wasn't thinking about it too much and just allowed myself to be imperfect. Okay, the painting didn't turn out to be abstract, but that's all pack and parcel of being imperfect, not allowing myself to try to be perfect. I think it's also important to keep in mind that this is only one type of artist block. There are many other types, so reasons behind why you're blocked can vary greatly depending on the individual and the circumstances around it. So it stands to reason that there will be a variety of different ways in which to overcome artist block. I can think of at least another 2 ways in which I can experience artist block, but I'm not going to share that with you today. I'm going to share that in another video. For those of you who are still watching this, thank you very much for sticking with me to the end. I hope you have enjoyed this and gained something useful for your time. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share.